Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good people. It is I, the new me in 2010, coming back at you with a video. It has been a while since I've done a video. Whew. What has been going on since the last video? Just a little update. What is it? Today is November the 2nd. So, life has been lifing. I can tell you that much. Um, so September 25th, I did have my gastric bypass. So I'm a little over a month out. So I'm on week 5. Um, we're in the midst of week 5. I've had my 1 month. My 1 month follow up, which was good. Let's talk numbers. So I started my pre-op diet 2 weeks before my surgery, and I weighed in at 315. Day of surgery, I weighed in at 305. At my 1 month checkup, I was down to 292. And as of today, I got on my scale here, and I was 282.6. So it's happening. I'm excited about the progress. Looking forward to the future. Haven't had any complications, thank God. So far, so good. Taking my vitamins. The one thing I do have to do, I've been walking more around my house, but as a formal exercise, I need to develop a formal exercise habit. And that's what the month of November is about for me, developing that habit. I've been eating things like, because even after I got out of the hospital, you on liquids and then you on the soft food parade stuff. And I finally am able to introduce like ground meats, lunch meat, low-fat cheese. I've been eating cottage cheese, yogurts. I still drink at least 1 protein shake a day. Trying to make sure I get all my 60 grams. They require at least 60 grams of protein and 64 ounces of fluids. So most of the time I start my day off with a bottle of water. I cannot have my coffee until I've had a bottle of water. That's what I do for myself to make sure I start my day off with at least 16 ounces of water. Then I'll do a coffee, either a plain coffee or a proffee, as they say. I'll use my protein shake as the creamer. Or sometimes I'll just have a straight protein shake. So it just depends. I've had things like, I went to Costco's. I got the Starbucks egg bites. I might actually have that today. I'm craving tuna. I gotta go get some mayonnaise. Of all things to be out of. So I need to do that. So hopefully I'll get to the store this afternoon and go get some, when I take my lunch, and go get some mayonnaise and maybe make some tuna. I bought those little tuna pouches too. So if I don't make it to make a full-fledged tuna salad, I'll just eat a pack of tuna. I have had Chilean sea bass because it's a soft, flaky fish. I had that the first last week when I found out I could eat fish. That's what I had. This week we're incorporating green leafy vegetables, um, and like green beans and zucchini. Start reintroducing that. Um, and I do that for a week, and then I think the next stage is where you reintroduce grains, like brown rice, couscous, and stuff like that. So all is well. Um, I don't go back to my surgeon's office until my 6 month follow up in April. But I did go. They suggested that you go see your PCP. So I did have an appointment with my primary care because I was concerned about my medication, because they stopped a lot of my medication while I was in the hospital. When they sent me home. And the craziest thing, now, I've been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. I was taking metformin and Manjaro. Well, they had me stop that on my list, and I was like, okay, I agree with stopping the metformin because that pill is too big to swallow anyway, and you can't, because I'm on extended release, you can't grind it up, you can't break it up. So we came to my PCP, and I came to this conclusion that we were gonna, because my A1C is down to 5.5 when they checked it before surgery. So and that's from a high of a 6.7 at the beginning of the year. So and they had told me to stop taking my Manjaro, but I told my PCP it took one number to be higher than I wanted to be, and I got back on my Manjaro. I'm like, I'm not playing with that game. No, because my blood sugars have been 92. It had been under 100 at fasted, and that is very good for me. So we decided, okay, because I had like 3 shots of 7.5 still in my refrigerator. So I'm easing my way back into my Manjaro with the 7.5. Then, so yesterday I took my first dose of 12.5 since surgery. So I'm going to stay on that until, as long as I'm not having any problems with it. My PCP and I agreed that I can continue to use those, because I have a 2 month supply in my refrigerator, and I'm going to use it. My goal for my A1C is to be lower than 5.5. What amazes me is that most doctors hear that when your A1C is a 6.7, they don't get overly concerned because it's under 7. I had to explain, because I went to the eye doctor, and of course he's doing his checks for any damage from diabetes. And he was telling me, oh, 6.7, that's good. I'm like, no, it's not. I said, in your world, maybe, but not in mine. I know the goal I have for me for my A1C. I'm not thinking about what you're talking about. Because if it ain't matching my goal, I'm not thinking about what you're talking about. Because that still puts you at that right there in that diabetes range. I don't want to be borderline either, because I'm used to my A1C being in the lower 5s. And that's what I want to go back to. I want my A1C to be at least 5, flat out 5. If I can get it under 5, I'll be happy as well. But that's going to take some work. So we're putting in the work. But it amazes me that they think that's the 6.7. Oh, that's good. No, not to me. And some people, if you don't educate yourself on it, you don't know. Because I have a friend who, they tell her she borderline, and okay, no education behind it. Because I've had a history of diabetes in my family, I took the diabetes prevention classes on my own. No doctor has ever sent me to it. I would go to the doctor every 3 months just to get my A1C checked. when I started with this new PCP, when she checked my A1C in April, she said, "Okay, I won't have to see you for 6 months." I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna go with it." But so those are things we staying on top of, and then of course my blood pressure. When I was in the hospital, my blood pressure was running high. They wouldn't let me come out of recovery because my blood pressure was. They wouldn't let me go to the regular floor until my blood pressure came down. Um, so that's my little nemesis. But they had taken me off my extended release metropolol. But and they say some people don't, because of the surgery, it doesn't last like it's supposed to. So we're testing it out. So I'm supposed to be checking my blood pressure at different times of the day. So the hope is that if I'm on any blood pressure medicine this time next year, it'll be one pill instead of three. The first one we want to get rid of is the clonidine, which I need to go pick up my prescription today. Because they had taken me off everything and had me on just my metropolol at a lower dose than I was taking. And I was like, okay, this is not going to do for me. That's the other reason why I went to my PCP, to make sure my medicines were aligned to where I needed them to be. Because once you have surgery, okay, your surgeon's office is no longer, they don't handle whoever, they tell you to go see whoever's handling your diabetes and your high blood pressure, helping you control those. So that's your PCP. And that's what I did. So she was pleased with the progress. She was happy that I wouldn't make the decision to do it. And we're going to work as a team to make sure that all these ailments and diseases are under control, and hopefully and I was saying, while I was in the hospital, this doctor tried to tried to send me home with insulin. And I'm like, when the pharmacy called, because where the hospital I go to, they call you, they tell you to bring a credit card with you so you can get your medications, because one of the pain medicines that they give you, a lot of local pharmacies don't have it readily on hand, and they want you to have it when you go home. So you get your medicines from the hospital pharmacy. And the girl had called me, and we had gotten my paid for my pain meds, my Prilosec. What else did they send me home with? I think those are the only two things they sent me home with. But then they were trying to send me home. But then she called me back later on the next time. Well, they've ordered insulin for you. I'm like, what? I said, why? I said, I'm not insulin dependent. Why? Well, they say, well, I said, no, I'm not going to feel that because I don't take insulin, and I'm not going to take insulin. That's one thing. And I said, if you don't advocate for yourself, they will run roughshod over you. If I didn't come in here insulin dependent, I'm not finna leave here insulin dependent. I'm like, no. And I'm like, well, so on my discharge papers, they say if your blood sugars go over 180, and they wanted me to do the sliding scale with this. I'm not doing that crap. She said, well, if you need it, it'll be here. I'm like, okay. So I was telling my doctor, she looked at me, she said, what? I'm like, I guess I said, I laid on a table so I wouldn't have to be. Nope. I said, you would not get me started with that. No. So, that is the update. I'm sitting here at work doing some work. I'm working from home today. Lord, I appreciate that so much. Yeah, I just don't know. And I was able to only be off I took 2 weeks off because I know I work from home. So, but yep, that's all I wanted to give a little quick little update on me. And hopefully, maybe I'll make a video once a month. We'll see. It's hit or miss with me. I'll do videos in my car and just never post them. Because I did a whole video after I left my appointment. My 1 month appointment. Never did post it. Deleted it out my phone. So this is just an update. Just chronicling my life. And I'm just going to have to put that on there. And when I make another video, I'll update you after two. I'll commit to doing them monthly updates. And eventually I'll start back doing my little cooking videos or whatever. Because I haven't been doing much cooking. Because I was on liquids 2 weeks prior. Liquids to a week after. And just been on little things. So I really haven't cooked until last week for real, for myself. I've been cooking for my guy, but I haven't been really cooking for me. Unless it was some mashed potatoes, or I did have, I could have grits or oatmeal or cream of wheat. That's the only type of stuff I've been cooking. So don't nobody need a video on how to cook no grits or cream of wheat and stuff. So probably don't need a cooking video at all, but just what's going on in my little world. I baked some chicken and some chicken legs and just cut the meat off of it, weighed it, and had it with some green beans. I wanted sweet potatoes, so I didn't do candy sweet potatoes. I did some whipped sweet potatoes, whipped sweet potatoes with some the Truvia brown sugar. Or I'll use the Swerve brown sugar as a substitute, so I don't have regular sugars. So those are the only things I've been cooking. Nothing big. I made fish. Nothing big. So my world has been cottage cheese and yogurt for a while. But I hope everybody have a fantastic Thursday. Looking forward to Friday. And then the weekend. It has gotten cold here. Why I have on this too big sweater. But I'm glad I bought this. What was it? Earlier this year. Because it was on clearance at Target. It was one of the future collections. It was too big when I bought it. And I said, okay, it's a sweatshirt. Too big is fine. It's really going to be too big. So I know I'm not going to be able to wear the skirt unless I redo the waist in it. It was under $10, I think, when I bought it. So, yeah. So we'll see how my wardrobe changes. Some stuff as I wear, I just put it, I wash it, put it in the bag to give away. But so my goal is I need to call the gym today because I belong to Goals. But when Goals closed, Club Fitness bought their memberships. I have not been to Club Fitness since that switch, but I've been paying off and on my membership because I'll put a pause on my membership because I couldn't make up my mind whether I was going to keep my membership or let it go. Well, I decided I'm going to keep it instead of me letting that one go and going to another facility, trying to find another gym. I'm going to keep that one and I'm going to let the YMCA go because I do have membership and I done had that membership 4 years and I ain't been but once or twice. Unless, only reason I keep it is because I keep saying I want to do my water aerobics. Child, the gym I want to go to, it costs too much money and I ain't playing like that. I'm not a gym rat like that I'm going to pay $100 or something a month to go to gym. It's not that serious for me. I have a walk pad. I have a cubie. I have a recumbent bike. I have weights downstairs. It's not that serious to me to pay $100 a month. Oh, but it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous gym from the outside. I ain't been inside yet. But my job is moving buildings, and they have a workout facility in the building. So I said, before I cancel any membership, we're gonna see what that's like. It wasn't enough to convince me to do more than 1 day a week. But when we do our tour in a couple of weeks of the facility, then I'll make that determination whether I'm gonna keep my memberships or not. But I really need to, I think, get in the gym. Why is it not available? Okay. Um, yeah, so I'm going to go and get back to work. I gotta get this finished so I can go get my coffee. But you all, like I said, you all have a good day. May God bless you and keep you. Till next time.